The whole world knows that Israel is a nuclear power and possesses around 90 nuclear warheads, but now the situation has become very strange, and the timing matters a lot. Near Dimona, the site of Israel's nuclear program, an earthquake of about 4.2 magnitude was reported. This is a very unusual situation because the earthquake occurred close to the area where Israel's major nuclear facility, Dimona, is located. What happened was that when the earthquake struck, people were immediately instructed, both before and after, not to enter their homes and to stay in open ground, because aftershocks could occur. Surprisingly, no aftershocks followed. Now a new situation has emerged. There is unrest all over the world, with people asking, did Israel conduct a nuclear test? You know that Israel is a nuclear power, and in today's world, you do not need to do anything openly. When it comes to underground facilities, shelters, and preparations, Israel is ahead of almost everyone. You may also remember a recent intelligence report that was quite shocking. It said that Trump had been threatened that if he did not attack Iran, an atomic strike would be carried out against Iran. This was during the previous conflict, when attacks on nuclear facilities were being discussed. Iran had moved its uranium. Later, an attack took place and Trump claimed victory. But eventually, the truth came out. It became clear that it was all deception. Trump did not really do anything properly. Iran managed to secure everything and move it away. Now, what has happened is that this earthquake does not appear to be natural. The reported depth was around 20 kilometers, but the timing and other factors make it look suspicious. Announcements were made over loudspeakers telling people what to do, and people were quite surprised. At a time when there is massive destruction in Iran and the possibility of war, an earthquake suddenly occurs. The whole world is watching. People are saying that Israel has opened its shelters. Messages are being sent to people's phones telling them to prepare for war, to stay ready because anything can happen at any time. During this period, many Israelis are saying that this looks like a test. When a country plans to strike again, it first conducts a test to ensure its preparedness. At the moment, emergency preparations are underway all over Israel. Schools and other places are conducting emergency drills. Israelis themselves are saying that this is a very strange situation and that it feels like a full test has been carried out. Now, the main question is why this issue has suddenly surfaced and why so many rumors are spreading. If you understand two key points, everything becomes clear. First, the former U.S. ambassador to Israel recently said openly that next week, Trump is going to target Ayatollah Khamenei. He said this publicly. After that, Iran's president also clearly stated that if this happens, he will declare war. It is very straightforward. This war now seems inevitable. Another important point is that Netanyahu has told Trump that Israel is running low on missiles. The concern is that Iran has around 8,000 missiles of various types, both short and long range. If war breaks out, Israel cannot afford a prolonged conflict. They want to eliminate Iran's leadership and strike in such a way that Iran is no longer capable of launching attacks. Netanyahu explained that Israel fought Hezbollah and used missiles there, and also used missiles to intercept Iranian missiles. As a result, Israel is now facing a shortage. If the war drags on and Iran continues to fight, Israel will not be able to protect its cities. Israel does not have enough missiles to sustain or stop such a war. The United States is already facing a missile shortage. A large number of missiles were used up in the Ukraine war. Netanyahu was reportedly worried that if the US deployed all its missiles there, what would be left for Israel? You can see the situation clearly. Ukraine even sought missiles from Iran and North Korea. This shows how quickly missile stockpiles can run out. Modern wars are mainly fought with drones, missiles, and cyber attacks. In Iran, during protests, Starlink systems were intercepted, but the real issue here is that Israel no longer has enough missiles in stock to effectively stop an Iranian attack. They say they can manage routine threats, but beyond that, they cannot. Iran's main missiles cannot be fully stopped by existing defense systems. People have already seen this with their own eyes. Another reality is that when Iranian missiles hit Israel, the damage is devastating. These missiles do not simply stop, they cause massive destruction. The defense systems only stop what they can. Missiles supplied by the US are expensive, produced in limited numbers, and even America itself is currently facing shortages. This is why the biggest discussion now revolves around Iron Dome, David's Sling, and Iron Beam. Can they intercept ballistic missiles? How can drones be shot down? Israel itself has admitted that it is not currently in a position to handle this with great success. Now we come to another development. After Ayatollah's tweets, Trump became furious. Yesterday, Trump openly announced that he now wants a change in Iran's leadership. Today, statements by the former ambassador have made it clear that an attack is being planned. If this war becomes prolonged, for example, if it lasts 30 days, you cannot imagine the condition of the US and Israel. Such a long war does not suit them. They prefer an early strike, the elimination of leadership, the imposition of martial law, a takeover, or even Israeli forces entering Iran to destroy missile production programs and nuclear facilities. That is the scenario they want. But if the war drags on and missiles keep coming, Israel will be devastated, and the US will suffer as well. The US aircraft carrier Abraham Lincoln has already reached halfway, near the Strait of Malacca. Once it reaches the region, you can imagine how far things can escalate. In the coming days, it is expected to arrive, along with bombers and other assets, all ready to strike. This situation is extremely dangerous for both the US and Israel. That is why Israel believes that if things turn against them, they still have the Samson option. This means that if Israel feels it is losing a war and can no longer defend itself, it may resort to a nuclear strike. They have openly sworn that this option exists. If you look at the global context, Russia has made a similar statement. They said that if they feel they are losing the war in Ukraine, they would use nuclear weapons and devastate Europe. This is a doctrine held by many nuclear powers. However, Israel's case is different. Israel believes that if it is losing, it will not just destroy its enemy, but the entire world. Their thinking is, if we cannot survive, no one will. They would rather destroy everything than accept defeat. This is their mindset. This is the current situation as it appears. Now you tell me, with all these ongoing wars, destruction, and devastation, where does this lead? One thing is absolutely certain and unchangeable. This war is not going to stop here. Trump intends to attack. Keep this in mind. If the destruction of Muslims has been written, then the time is approaching. Iran is the final line. Consider it a red line. If Iran falls, if its leadership is removed, then no Islamic country will remain safe. One by one, everyone's turn will come. Right now, no one is coming to Iran's defense. Iran is the only remaining force that can stand against Israel and the United States. If Iran is gone, who will fight for the others? Who will challenge Israel? Who can confront the US? Do not live under any illusion. This is a very serious matter, and this is what we are likely to see in the coming time. Now we wait to see what Iran does and what Israel does. But one thing is clear. A situation of destruction is visible ahead. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe Banana Republic. Like and express your opinion in the comments section.